The federal departments of Justice, Education, and Health and Human Services said the Trump administration was moving to cancel $400 million in federal grants and contracts to Columbia University due to the school's continued inaction in the face of persistent harassment of Jewish students.
Wait, hold on. I thought Trump was out here trying to fight for everybody's freedom of speech, and now you're telling me that people can't protest anymore? He's taking funding from schools now? What's going on here? Let's check it out. Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Big Blue, and we're back and we're here. So this is interesting. It seems like Trump is getting rid of $400 million from Columbia University up in New York. It seems like everything that's going on with Hamas and stuff, it has still progressed at this school. There's many people that are still very much pro-Hamas, and it's affecting those that are of the Jewish descent. Now, I had to do a little more research on the Jewish faith and exactly what's going on, because I understood that there was like anti-Semitics, but then at the same time, it's like this thing is a big thing. Why? Like, it seems like people get really touchy about this more than they get touchy about, you know, black people and slavery and stuff like that. So apparently, in just 4 history lessons, this whole anti-Semitic situation that we have going on with the Jewish people is that it predates the Holocaust. So the Jews have been constantly been under fire for generations and generations and generations, to where we're at a point now where it's more so about, you know, talking bad about them. I have my opinions on it. So the issue is that the whole anti-Semitic thing, we don't want it in America, or Americans don't want it, or at least the people high up don't want it. I don't know what the case may be. But anyways, regardless, it's happening in Columbia State. And so President Trump has been taking away money from these states that have these heavy pro-Hamas protests that's going on. So as usual, this is from ground.news. You see, U.S. cancels $400 million in grants contracts to Columbia University over anti-Semitism allegations. So they're calling it allegations. This is heavy left-leaning, of course, because, I mean, for whatever reason, Trump financial pressures pushes university towards traditional values reset. I mean, that's it. And again, who's in control of this? I mean, clearly the school gets a lot of its fundings from the government and the grants and stuff. But for the president to be taking all this money, that could be really detrimental to those in the school. Now, to me, my first initial thought was, this is taking away the freedom of speech. People can protest what? But then I started to see exactly what was going on in these videos and what they're doing at the schools. And I'm like, all right, maybe we need to look a little bit into this and see exactly what's going on. So let's go ahead and check out the video.
Breaking news from the White House, the Trump administration making good on its threat to cancel $400 million in federal grants to Columbia University.
This stems from the university's handling of pro-Palestinian protest. Ali Bauman has been following the situation and is live right outside of Columbia's campus there in Morningside Heights. Ali, what have you learned?
Alan and Christine, the Trump administration says these cancellations are just the start and expect more to follow. The government warned Columbia earlier this week that it was reviewing its federal contracts, citing potential violations to the Civil Rights Act.
In a joint announcement Friday, the federal departments of Justice, Education, and Health and Human Services said the Trump administration was moving to cancel $400 million in federal grants and contracts to Columbia University due to the school's continued inaction in the face of persistent harassment of Jewish students. It's been nearly a year since pro-Palestinian protesters camped out on the university's quad and took over a campus building, ultimately leading to the cancellation of its graduation ceremony and resignation of its president.
Oh, wow.
Demonstrations continued at Columbia and its sister school Barnard this week. The federal government said Friday President Trump has been clear that any college or university that allows illegal protests and repeatedly fails to protect students from anti-Semitic harassment on campus will be subject to the loss of federal funding.
If those are the necessary steps needed to incentivize the school to make a positive change for Jewish students on campus, then that's what needs to be done.
Can these students really, stand up for what they believe in without compromising their future? Not really.
The group Columbia Jewish and Israeli Students said the Trump administration's decision hurts all of us, including numerous Jewish graduate students and workers at Columbia who are supported by federal funding.
Withdrawing millions of dollars in grants, often funding medical research, to essentially punish speech is an unconstitutional and I think ineffective way to achieve the important goal of stopping anti-Semitism.
A spokesman for Columbia said the university is reviewing the announcement and pledged to work with the federal government to restore Columbia's federal funding, going on to say they understand how serious this announcement is and are committed to combating anti-Semitism.
And the Trump administration says it will issue stop work orders on grants and contracts that Columbia holds, freezing the university's access to those funds immediately. We're live in Morningside Heights. Ali Bauman, CBS News, New York.
So I'm just going to put in my 2 cents. And of course, this is just my 2 cents. I'm really just here to give you guys the news and give my I've said this before with plenty of other stuff. I need proof. The whole anti-Semitic thing, like, I get it. Jews have gone through a lot of persecutions. Yes. They go through a lot of stereotypes. They go through a lot of, just mean back talk, this, that, and the third. And people coming up to them and just asking them a whole bunch of crazy questions about what they think about this, what they think about that, or even just trying to condemn them, whatever the case may be. I don't know exactly what the heck is going on. Protesting. I get, but it's, I don't know, it's craziness. And it's like, to what avail? You know what I mean? Like, what are you gaining from this? What's actually what fruit is being produced from all this protesting? Because this is stuff that's happening outside the country. It's not even happening here. So it's not like you're really, reaching out to those that are in Israel. It's not like the White House is going to do anything different. If anything, the White House is trying to stop everything that's going on right now. That's the agenda for this current administration. Stop all of these wars, stop all of these killings and stuff. And that's the main goal. And that should be the main goal for us who's on the outside, to prevent any further bloodshed from happening. Whatever disputes, whatever issues that they got going on, I mean, they can ask for advice, but at the end of the day, that shouldn't be for us to dictate what the heck is going on at the moment. Now, if I'm pretty sure Trump is trying to reestablish that whole area and try to take it for America itself, it's kind of weird, but at the same time, all these protests that's being had, that's still being had, sounds kind of crazy. I mean, like, to me, the whole thing is really, I can't be biased in this situation. I shouldn't be biased in any situation. That's my whole point of being here. I'm not trying to be biased unless it goes through, if I'm putting my biblical lens on this, and my biblical lens says that we should want peace regardless. We shouldn't be going for one side or another. We should just stop all the bloodshed. If we have a dispute about something, then yeah, we could have a dispute about something. We have a disagreement about something. We could have a disagreement about something. But if you're over here like yelling at somebody that walks by and they're Jewish, you know what I'm saying? Somebody walking by, you see they got the little kippah on their head, and they just like kippah, kippah, I think it's kippah. And they're just, and you start saying a whole bunch of crazy stuff to them. They're like, yo, chill out, bro. Like, I'm not even here for that. I'm out here trying to be a nurse for this country. Like, nobody talking about anything in Israel. So I don't know. It's interesting. Once again, I still need proof. I still need validation. Like, yo, this is exactly what's happening. See all the nonsense that's going on. I can see the people picking out at the yards. It's kind of ridiculous that they had to cancel that. Because of this, they cancel graduations. Like, why is it that you would do that to your fellow students for something that's not happening here, or something that you have absolutely no part in, and what's going on? You can fight for other people's rights, but what about all the stuff that's happening in, let's say, in Africa? All the constant wars, all the people that was being killed. They're not saying nothing about the 70 Christians that was beheaded out in Congo. Like, what to what purpose are we doing this? What fruit are we producing by doing this? What is happening? What do we gain? What happens when we sit here and we're talking about, the Jews that's coming around that has absolutely no, real relation to what's happening in Israel? I don't get it. That's like people coming to me and asking me, how do I feel about everything that's going on in Haiti? I don't know. I'm not in Haiti. I've still yet to go to the country. I only know what I've been told. And even then, I have very little input on what happens in the country that I was not born in. I've just adapted the culture, but that doesn't mean that I'm just going to sit here and be like, yeah, I'm a true Haitian. I'm a 100% Haitian. I was just having a conversation like this with my neighbor the other day about about being Haitian. Like he was saying, his family is from Cameroon and his kids were born here, and they want to claim Cameroon, this, that, and the third. But it's like, okay, if everything was to change and you were to have to be forced to go back to Cameroon, would you survive or would you want to go? Their answer would have been no. Just like with me, I'm like, if there was absolutely nothing else that I can do and I was being forced to go back to Haiti, I mean, of course, I'll be able to adapt. I'll be able to survive. But if I'm given a choice, I mean, I don't know. What do I have in Haiti? And especially right now with everything that's going on, why would I want to go back? Or why would I want to go? So and aside from that, so this whole situation is just a little weird. I mean, y'all let me know in the conversation. Is this something that the president should be going towards doing, trying to regulate these colleges with the funding, pulling the funding? Are these anti-Semitic claims even valid? Are they actually going out and, persecuting verbally those of the Jewish descent because of the Hamas? The way that these crowds were looking, I wouldn't doubt that they were some words that was being spit out. But I mean, they haven't given full details of exactly what's going on. So if anybody got any information or a video where I can see exactly what's been happening, then okay, because $400 million is a lot. And like the gentleman had said, that's going to affect those that are in the school, that are in programs that have been, benefiting from these funds. So it's kind of like, I don't understand. I get what you're trying to do, Trump, but it's hurting a lot of people. But I mean, hey, that's what he's here for, causing change, and it's gonna hurt. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. I don't know. It seems to be a constant thing. Like he's switching up something, he's creating some type of change. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. That seems to be the motto. So y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about all this, about what's going on, about what Trump is doing. Should he be getting himself involved in all this that's going on in the schools? The president? Y'all let me know. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Take it easy. Peace.